looks, her face was lifted.
Who'd want to steal a face like that? Besides, why should I be jealous over a 300-pound cow?
Jack McCarthy, you are speaking of the people I love. But what a girl. She has everything. Of course, she does a wonderful job of hiding it. And in case it may interest you, she used to be a music hall chorus girl.
In the front line?
In the front line? She was the front line. In fact, every time she came out on the stage, the first 4 rows had to move back.
Boy, this Blossom sounds like quite a girl, Buddy. Where'd you meet her?
Oh, I met her in the subway. I was with 2 of my friends. She got up and gave the 3 of us a seat.
Oh, so that's how the romance started.
Yeah, Connie. She's so polite, and she's such a brilliant girl, too. You know, when I told her I wanted her to be seen in the best places, what do you think she did?
I don't know. What'd you do?
Well, she went out and bought a midriff bathing suit. You see, that's the kind of a girl I like to go with. It's a thrill just to go out on a date with her. It leaves me with such an empty feeling.
In the stomach?
No, in the pocketbook. But I'm thinking of marrying that girl.
You're going to marry her? But, Buddy, do you know anything about her family?
Oh, sure. I was over at her house last night. Her family wasn't home, but I found out her father makes a lot of money.
How'd you find that out, Buddy?
I saw his printing press in the basement.
He must have printed the script.
Yeah. But what a time I had at her house. It was the first time I was ever alone with her. I sat in the living room, admiring how the light shone on her beautiful teeth. Then she came into the room and picked her teeth up. There she stood, a picture no artist could paint.
Why? Isn't there an artist with enough talent?
Yeah, but there isn't an artist with enough paint. Then she sat down in the far end of the room, catty-cornered. After a while, she came over and sat next to me on the couch. You know anybody who wants to buy a 2-piece couch? So I asked her to sit on my lap, and she did.
What happened then?
Nothing. She spent the next 2 hours looking for me.
Well, Buddy, if the girl was so heavy, why'd you ask her to sit in your lap?
Why'd I ask her to sit on my lap? Can you tell me a cheaper way to get my pants pressed?
What happened then, Buddy?
She kissed me. Those kisses. They burnt me. They were like fire.
Oh, she must know how to kiss.
Well, not exactly. She forgot to take the cigar out of her mouth.
Mr. Lester.
Are you kidding? Are you here again?
Sure. I'm a glutton for punishment, ain't
You were
I?
here last week, weren't you? Hey, you're Ezra Hemingway, aren't you?
Ezra P. Hemingway.
Ezra P. Hemingway. What does the P stand for?
Pistachio.
Pistachio.
Yeah, and when I was born, my mother thought she was getting a little nut.
Oh, I see. Well, she wasn't so wrong.
But when I was born, my father got into a lot of trouble with the zoo.
Your father got in a lot of trouble with the zoo. What for?
He took one look at me and shot the stork.
Yeah? You should have taken one look at the stork and shot you. Look, what do you want here, anyhow?
Well, I heard that you're going to get married, and I'm here to sell you a cottage small by a waterfall.
A cottage small by a waterfall. Hey, that's for me. Hey, where's it located?
Right in the heart of Times Square.
In the heart of Times Square? Where's the waterfall?
In the living room, there's a leak in the roof.
Oh. You're an imbecile.
Please, let's keep politics out of this.
Okay. All right. Tell me more about this house you're talking about.
Well, it's a 2-story building, see? And on a 3rd floor,
Wait a minute. If it's a 2-story building, how could it possibly have 3 floors?
Oh, very simple. The couple that lived there last had an argument and raised the roof.
Oh, I see. Glad to see. Go on.
Well, then there's one great improvement in this house. The basement is located in the attic.
The basement's in the attic?
Uh-huh.
What kind of an improvement is that?
Well, in case there's a leak in the pipes, it won't flood the cellar.
Oh, I see. I don't get it either. All right. You've convinced me. Well, look, before I buy this house, there's one thing I have to know. How is the transportation?
Transportation? I just told you, it's right in the heart of Times Square.
Oh.
You have the 8th Avenue subway,
Yeah.
the 7th Avenue subway, you got the 6th Avenue subway, the crosstown trolley, and the 5th Avenue bus.
Oh, wait a minute. That did it. The deal is off.
Why?
Too much traffic in the bedroom.
was the Continental, played by Lloyd Schaefer and his 24 Little Shavers. And now we borrow a philosophical idea from Brother Bing. It's called Swinging on a Star. A mule is an animal with long, funny ears. He kicks up at anything he hears. His back is brawny, but his brain is weak. He's just plain stupid with a stubborn streak. And by the way, if you hate to go to school, or you may grow up to be a mule, or would you like to swing on a star? Carry moonbeams home in a jar and be better off than you are. Or would you rather be a pig? Oh, a pig is an animal with dirt on his face. His shoes are a terrible disgrace. He's got no manners when he eats his food. He's fat and lazy and extremely rude. But if you don't care a feather or a fig, now you may grow up to be a pig. Or would you like to swing on a star? Carry moonbeams home in a jar and be better off than you are? Or would you rather be a fish? Well, a fish could do anything. He swims in a brook. He can't write his name or read a book. To fool the people is his only thought. And though he's slippery, brother, he gets caught. But then if that's the sort of life you wish, then you may grow up to be a fish. And all the monkeys on in the zoo, every day you meet quite a few. So you see it's all up to you. You could be swinging on a star.
Hey, Connie, that was really peachy-weechy. Hey, listen, Connie.
Yes, buddy?
Well, look, I'm in a little trouble, and I'd like to have you help me. I don't know if anybody's kidding me or not, but I'm really serious about this Blossom. And I want to marry her, but I don't know how to propose.
Why, sure, buddy. I'll be glad to help you.
Buddy Lester proposed to a girl. That I'd like to see. Well, I don't think he even knows how to approach a girl.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, Jack.
Mr. McCarthy, do you realize that you are addressing a gentleman of the old school? I'd still be there if it hadn't burned down. And furthermore, I happen to be a very polished gentleman. Polished, mind you. In fact, I get myself Simonized twice a week.
Get a load of this poor man's Emily Post.
Mr. McCarthy, the Lesters never forget their manners. Why, even when my uncle was about to get the electric chair,